Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to take a look at, well, something that I am so disappointed about. Now, it's starting with some good news here, guys. Plarium did come out just an hour ago from the time of this recording, a little bit less than that, and confirmed that not only are they removing the rare skill tomes from the arena from Clan Boss Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, but they're also going to be increasing the chance for the more scarce resources, which is great news, legendary tomes and epic skill books as well. So today, Fusion, we're all excited. We look at the Fusion screen, we see the new Fusion champion, legendary Lizardman Vergumkaar. Really, we talked about this champion earlier, and what I want to do real quick here is actually take a look at his base stats instead of looking at him here, but I want you to etch this in your brain right now. Look at this. We have, 16 rares, 4 epics, that's 20 champions, and every single one of these new champions is... That's right. Well, new. I said it right there, right? They're all new, so nobody has these champions. Man, that really, really sucks hard. Dude, you don't know what you've got till it's gone, and I'm not saying they're gone, but fragment summons were the way to go. Man, looking at the old school Fusion, not just the fact that it's an old school Fusion, that's slap in the face number one. Old school Fusion, okay, I much prefer having, fragments. However, glass half full. Let's be optimistic here on the channel, right? Glass half full is that, we have vaults full of champions that we might have duplicates on. Odds are we'll have some of the champions that we need to fuse this champion, and it might end up being a net win on an old school Fusion. But Plarium did a dirty, dirty thing, and we don't have any of these champions. Nobody does. They're all new champions. That is a bummer. Now, this dude, 22k HP, and there's another kind of mini rant I want to go on here, guys. Plarium has added a lot of great stuff to the game recently. It's been a really strong few months for Plarium and Raid Shadow Legends, so I don't want to just totally, absolutely, vent this entire video, but it raises... I don't know, concern about the lack of the duplicate system as well. So before we quickly talk about this champion and the other champions, because there's some really good epic champions, there's 3 reasons I'm upset. Number 1, old school Fusion, not fragment summons. Number 2 is, dude, it actually draws more attention. It's a nice friendly reminder to everybody out there that, yeah, there's still no use for the duplicate champions that you guys have been just sitting on, hoping that you'd be able to use them in, hey, something like maybe a Fusion? Nah, so it's a double slap in the face. Not only do we not have these champions, but all the champions that we've been just sitting on because of the lack of the duplicate system are worthless, are useless. They're not going to help us here at least. So that's a bummer as well. Now, the good news is some of these champions are really good, the epics, and that's the 3rd reason I will pass, hard pass on this Fusion, man. As much as this champion is cool and, I gotta say, he's probably the coolest looking Lizardman that we've seen yet. I mean, hats off, as always, to the artists and the animators there at Plarium. Good God, he's amazing looking. But yeah, 22k HP, great. Solid defense as well. He's a niche support champion for Platinum Tier Arena. I'm sure there'll be other uses for him as well, maybe in Doom Tower, maybe in the most difficult areas of the game. Sure, if you're early game and you pull him, you'll be using him. Removes all provokes. Hey, wait, I didn't even talk about why. Let me just get to the point here. The 3rd reason that I'm upset is that because I'd rather have some of the epics on this list than this dude, right? Again, I was going to get into that he's a solid champion and all. He's going to be used in Platinum Tier. He's going to be used in the end game, but there's some other champions who have way more overall utility, can help a lot of you guys out right out the gate more than this dude will. So... removes all provoke. Going against a provoke champion like a Krisk in the arena is where he's obviously going to be incredibly good. So having Krisk on defense is now going to be a liability. Anybody with an AoE provoke, same thing with like Molly Tankard, champions like that. So definitely something to note on your defensive teams, whether tag team or in the arena, classic arena. If this guy becomes meta, even if he doesn't, if people have this dude, and a lot of people are going to do this fusion, a lot of whales are going to do this fusion, you're a little bit of a liability having champions with an AoE provoke, because what he has here is he has a shield on all allies, increased defense. When he's removing buffs, along with removing all provokes on a 3 turn. And then on his passive, he's immune to provoke. Not only that, but it fills his turn meter by 20% each time an enemy attempts to place a provoke debuff on this champion, okay? Attacks all enemies, an AoE attack here based on attack stat, which is pretty low. Removes 1 random buff from each enemy, has a 75% chance of removing 2 random buffs from each enemy, plays a block heal debuff for 3 turns on enemies who have 1 or more buffs removed, and also places, a decreased defense debuff for 2 turns on enemies who have 2 buffs removed. Wow. So again, really actually a solid, on a 3 turn, by the way. This can be booked all the way down to 3, and this can also be booked down to a 3. So really solid arena champion. There's no doubt about it. He's going to be used. He's good. But man, not going to help for really speed farming teams in the arena for medals, for Great Hall development. I don't know. The 4 epics that you have to use to get this dude, or that you have to sacrifice or whatever to get this dude, are going to be, by the way, speaking of new epics, she's my fave champion added to the game here. Ursuga Warcaller. And she is... look at that shield, man. Oh, dude. She is a tank and a half. 1531 base defense, 23k HP, 108 speed. Oh, my word. You can read all the stats, but actually, look at this. 5 all the way to 3 on this. Unbelievable, guys. 5 all the way to 3 on the Ally Protect and Strengthen. Yeah, she's a top 5 champion in the game, I would say, personally. With that speed to 108. Look at the stats, 24 again. 485 attack. Wow. Not that it matters, but, you know. Anyway, so she's amazing. But yeah, so let's take a look. Baroth the Bloodsoaked, one of the 4 epics that you guys are going to need in order to fuse the Lizardman. He's a really cool champion. I would not want to get these guys ranked up to 5 stars, get them all ascended just to throw them away for that dude. I wouldn't want to do it, man, because these guys are good in their own right. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times. First hit, 20% chance, 30 when booked, of filling this champion's turn meter by 10%. Second hit has a 30% chance of decreasing target's turn meter by 30%. Really good on the A1. And then again, first hit 2-hitter on the A2, 3-turn cooldown. First hit plays a shield equal to 25% of the damage inflicted on all allies for 2 turns. Second hit heals all allies by 10% of the damage inflicted. And then the A3, same deal. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times. First hit has a chance of, 100% chance when booked, of placing a decreased attack, also removing increased attack. Second hit is decreased defense and removing any increased defense. So a solid champion, 1108 defense, 20k HP. Wow, just really, really solid across the board. That's one of the champions you're going to need. The other one is going to be our girl, the mouse lady, Fayne. So Fayne, who ever knew that mice women keep in such good shape, right? I mean, really, really solid there with the 6-pack and whatnot. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times. Each has a chance of stealing target's turn meter. On the A2 has poisons and a decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. Automatically, we're thinking about Clan Boss. However, look at that base defense, 727. Talk about Glass Cannon, 13k on the HP. That's rare level stats. That's uncommon champion stats. But look at this attack, almost 1700. I bet she hits incredibly hard. This can be booked up to 3 turns, but I do want to point out something from Flowing Style, her 4-turn cooldown A3. It has a decreased defense and a weaken on a 3-hitter, right? Decreased defense and a weaken. There's only 2 champions in the game, I believe, Venus and Dracomorph, who have that ability on 1 skill. That's it. It's going to be incredibly useful for Spider, getting the weaken and decreased defense if you don't have those champions. She's going to be a Spider champion, has it written all over. The affinity match is there, spirit on spirit. I would want her for that reason if I didn't have Dracomorph, certainly. So I wouldn't want to get rid of her either. Now, the other ones are going to be an Orc, who I'm not super excited about. Solid champion. Tuka the Wanderer, he is a Void champion. His stats are all right. 16k, 870. He also has his passive here that kind of mitigates damage by 20% when his HP drops below 60% on his A1. Again, it is one of these 2 times. Each has a 30% chance of increasing the cooldown of one of the target skills by 1 turn at random. Increase cooldown of all target skills if he has less than 50% HP. So If he has less than 50% HP when attacking, he does all kinds of extra stuff like a heal here. He has decreased speed, strong version on an AoE on the A2, 3-turn cooldown as well. On a 4-turn, he has a stun and then will completely steal turn meter if the target has less than 50% HP when attacking. So an interesting champion. However, I'm not my favorite out of the 4. All right, sorry guys, had a special guest visitor there. But you like this guy, Tuhak the Wanderer? You like him? Yeah, I'm not he's my least favorite of the 4 champions, believe it or not. Yeah. And anyway, he's all right. He is void affinity though. And then the last champion is of, I believe, okay. It's a dark elf. This dude, this is the 4th guy you need, and I like this guy, Kaden, a lot. You like him? Look at that shield. It's big and blue, right? I like this dude. Defense-based Dark Elf champion. Aesthetically probably my least favorite of all of them. But look at this. 16k HP, 1376, a defense-based champion. On the A1, has a chance of landing the Provoke on a 30%. On the A2, attacks all enemies, 75% chance, 100 win booked on a 3-turn of placing the decreased attack. And then on the A3, revives 2 random allies with 50% HP and the increased defense on a 4-turn. Man, this dude is solid as well. A defense-based champion, great for end-game content or for just actually progression content in the game. Nightmare Campaign, Faction Wars, Doom Tower if it's ever released. So I like these 4 champions, guys. And these are the 4 champions that you're going to need to take in 2 weeks' time or a little over 2 weeks' time. You're going to take these guys to level 50, max out, fully ascended, and then trash them all to get this dude. I wouldn't do it. I'm going to pass. Hard pass for me. Let me know, guys. Are you planning on fusing this guy? If so, I mean, are you going to refuse the epics or do you not care about the epics? Because for me, I like the epics, especially when you put all 4 of them together, better than I do Vergumkaar. So guys, there it is. I'm disappointed in this fusion, to say the least. I will not be doing it. Let me know if you will in the comments below. Let me know if I missed maybe a certain utility out of any of these champions that you guys can see that might help you out in the game. So that's going to do it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys. You want to say bye? Say bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.